guys, it's me again, Miss Husky. This is our third and final lesson for your research project on Just Mercy. And I think that you might really kind of be intrigued by this video because I've got a tool for you and some tricks, fast tricks, that it's like a complete game changer when it comes to research. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to show you how to research some graphics, or if you're looking for graphs and charts or political cartoons, those kinds of things. And then I'm going to show you a quick, like down and dirty of how to set up your works cited page and format your paper in MLA. So hold on because we're about to get started. Okay, so here we go. We are back to the Symbaloo page. I wanted to show you guys that in Atrium, that's our OPAC, our online public access catalog. This is a library catalog. Yes, you can still check out books. I'm actually advocating for you to check out books. For those of you who have never done this before, there might be a handful of you. When you go to Atrium, then you're going to go to login. Okay, see, when you log in, you're going to put your computer login, first initials, last name, 0 in your lunch numbers, your PIN number or whatever. So this tells you all the books that you have and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you that there is a list that I've curated especially for you and this particular project. So when you log in and you go to list, if you go to the list called AP English 11 Just Mercy, then there are 25 resources. Now I've got 10 more that are on order that are not here yet. I'm not sure exactly when they'll be here, but hopefully they'll be here soon. And if they are, they'll be added to this same list. But if you notice that here's, there's 25 resources here, print resources. These are some amazing resources, especially the ones that are at issue or contemporary issues. Those are books that have the topics that are pro and con topics. This particular source, it has 15 critical essays. And so these are for and against, and they, that's basically giving you multiple sources, which means that of these 15 essays that are in this particular volume, that's if you used all 15 of these essays and cited them within your works, your paper, that's 15 sources. Each one of those essays is a source. So if you like this book and you're like, yeah, I want to reserve it, this is the process that we're going to have to use this year. Okay, you're going to have to reserve the book. Now I've got it set up to where it's quick reserve. So when you're logged in, you just hit quick reserve and boom, I get a notification that that book is reserved for you. Okay, very simple to do. So you can go through here, opposing viewpoints. I love this particular one. And so it gives you all these different essays for and against, if this is one of those that you want, and you're just going to, boom, quick reserve it. Okay, I've exceeded my reserve limit. I'm going to have to edit that part. So see, I just got a notification. But those print sources are inbound. That is Atrium. And I wanted to point out that in our research resources folder, and also I added them to your Just Mercy folder, there are 2 additional sites that I just added today. Just Facts and All Sides. This is Balanced News. So these are some current events, news article websites that I have already vetted, both of these, and that's why they're here as links for your research. So yes, I also have them in that folder. This MyBib, yeah, this is the game changer, but I will come back to that in a hot minute. So if you go over here to the AVL, we're going to go back to AVL like we did, the other day. We're going to go to high school. We're going to narrow our search to current events, go back to the Gale opposing viewpoints, and this is where we're going to do our search on the death penalty. Now, last time we did viewpoints. This time we're going to search just the images. So there are 38 images associated with that keyword death penalty. So if you're just kind of scrolling through and you're like, okay, I really like this one right here. I want this particular political cartoon. Then it gives you that source citation. Don't click here because it'll just give you the citation. You want the image as well. So you're going to click the Google Drive icon right up here. And that should be in my Google Drive. Yay. How fast is that? And it cites it for you. And so do the other sources. But let's say that you are looking for a political cartoon and you're doing searching the World Wide Web, okay, it's not going to automatically cite it for you. So I'm going to do an image search. I'm using that same keyword, and I'm going to come through here and I'm going to say, okay, let's see. I think I kind of like this one. Okay, so I'm looking at this particular cartoon. Now, guys, I want to tell you, you need to open it to be able to get the information to cite it properly. Okay, you can't just download it and then just say the Billings Gazette. So click on the image and it's going to take you to this editorial in an online news source. And if you copy and paste this URL into a works cited generator, you're going to get a citation for the article, not the image. Okay, what you will need to do is you will need to open the image in a separate tab, just the image. Now that's the image URL. That will help you when you're citing it. That's the URL that you want to do. But I'm going to show you a different way. Let's say that you like, we're going to look for political cartoons because we're kind of interested in those because they're kind of entertaining. So I want to show you this one by Cartoon Stock. If you notice that watermark, and we're going to click on it and it's going to take us to the actual site. The only way that you can get rid of that watermark is to purchase that cartoon. You absolutely, positively cannot, I repeat, cannot use this for your research. That is a copyright violation, okay, period. Copyright violation. You can't use it. Just that's the nature of the beast, guys. You just can't. But there are some really good ones that you can use, and it falls under something called fair use. This one does not, and that's because it has that watermark. But let's look at this one, okay? Texas Justice System. So the cartoonist group. I'm going to click on that cartoon, and it takes me to this page. It has a bunch of them, okay? And if I decide that, I wanted a different one, I could look through. But let's get to the one that we actually clicked on to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and click this one. I'm going to click on this image. And it takes me here. So click license to reprint. Yes, this is a copyrighted political cartoon. So when I click here and it says, would you like to license this image? And it gives you these options. Our option is educational use. So when we click here, I just want to point this out to you. This is fair use, okay? Accredited academic settings and in student papers. That is what we're doing. We're not monetizing it. We're not putting out a blog. We're not doing any of those things. We're using this for research, purely research. That falls under fair use. And according to the cartoonist group, this particular site, which is really good, they've got some great political cartoons. I've been all through it. This is a good one, okay? I want to be able to use this. So I want to be able to cite it as well. And so I could click the image URL and I could do all that stuff. But I want to show you something that's even cooler. So I still have to get the image. So I want to save the image. And when you save the image, you're going to put, I don't know, death penalty, political cartoon. Okay, and I'm going to save the image. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to draw your attention back to our Assembly page. So now I want to direct your attention and I want to take you to this site, this little icon right here, MyBib, okay? You're going to create a free account using your Madison City email address, and let's say I'm going to start a new project. What am I going to call it? I'm going to call it Just Mercy Research. Okay, and that's going to be my project. Now, this is completely free, guys. I've selected MLA 8. That's the newest edition. If you're using EasyBib or any of those other citation generators, they give you one citation and then they want to charge you. And you're like, no, I ain't paying for that. So I wouldn't pay for it either. So this website is really awesome, super easy to use, and it's 100% free. You can create your whole works cited here, or you can save it to your Google Drive. But here's the super duper game changer, as if this wasn't enough. I know, this is like Christmas. There is an extension, a Chrome extension. So let's go back to our Nick Anderson, this particular cartoon. So I'm going to give you guys the link to the citation generator, MyBib, for the extension, or you can look it up. But I'm going to post it at the end of the video in the comment. So if you look right here, I'm just going to click on that little icon. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Wait. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Look, I have some options here. It gives me the option, it shows me the MLA 8 citation. It gives me the in-text citation, how I would cite that in my paper, and I can also save it to a project. Well, since I already have my project, I can click Save to a Project. Or, are you ready for this? This is so cool. Maybe I didn't want to do it that way. Maybe, just maybe, I want to just go ahead and start a working works cited page. So when you hover over it, I'm just going to click it to copy it. Okay. So I'm going to go and I am going to open up a new Microsoft Word document. Not Microsoft. What am I saying? I'm going to open up a new Google Doc. Okay. This is a shortcut when the Wi-Fi is actually working. So, in case you didn't know, Google has, they've purchased the domain .new. So if you ever just open up a tab, you're signed into your Google Drive, you open up a tab and you type in doc, singular, .new, it will create and open just like I just did, brand new Google Doc. So this one is my works cited, right? My works cited page. And I want to make sure, first of all, that I'm going to format my paper. So I've got to go to my page setup, and all of this needs to be 1-inch margins, top, bottom, left, and right. Okay. That's my 1-inch margins. And I've got to put in my works cited title. It needs to be centered. And then I'm going to scroll down here. And I've already copied that citation. Remember? So now I did. My bad. Look, but watch how easy this is. I'm going to go get it again in a hot second. All right, click to copy. So now, I'm going to copy it. There you go. So I'm starting my works cited page. And if we go back to your drive and where it goes, Gale and Context, that's our folder where we gathered all of our information. Okay. So the other sources should be in there. There they are. That's the image that we got, the cartoon that we just got a few minutes ago. And so I'm going to open up each one of these articles that I got from Gale. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. That's where all the good stuff is. And where it says source citation, if I just triple click, and then I'm going to hit Control C. Actually, I'm hitting Command C. And then Command V, because I have a Mac. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get my other one. Here we go. Scroll down to the bottom. Remember, those were all of our notes and citations that we took the other day. I'm going to triple click, Command or Control V, and then Control C, Control V. There you go. All right, now I know that looks like a jumbled up hot mess, but just wait for it. Just wait for it. So I'm going to click select all because I want to format all of it. Times New Roman. I want it to be 12-point font. I want it to be double spaced. Okay, so I've got some extra spaces in here. Don't need. Now this one came kind of formatted, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to take that back to where it's all left margin justified with all the rest of them. Now, I know that this one right here, it's got an author. That's a signed article. That's called, signed article. This one also has an author, so that is a signed article. This one, however, we know who did it, but on this particular site that we got it from, it is an unsigned article. Well, actually, it's an image, but whatever. We're not going to mince words. Because it's unsigned, it begins with the title. So, got the quotation marks. If we're going to alphabetize our list, because that's one thing that we have to do, we also have to do a hanging indent. I want to remove temporarily, I'm going to remove those quotation marks from that particular citation. Okay, so leaving works cited alone, I'm going to gather all these. I'm just going to highlight all of my citations. Okay, now I'm going to do my hanging indent first. So if you go up here, you see like a little rectangle and a triangle. I'm going to grab the triangle. I'm going to slide it up to where it says 0.50. And then I'm going to grab just the rectangle on the top and I'm going to drag it back to home base at 0.00. Okay, boom, works cited. That's so cool. Look at my hanging indents. Beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, no, don't unhighlight it yet because you're going to go and get an add-on that's called sorted paragraphs. And when you install sorted paragraphs, you're going to come back up here, add-ons, go to sorted paragraph, sort A to Z, and before you can start singing the ABCs, your works cited page is alphabetized so beautifully. Now, I don't want to forget that this unsigned article, I need to replace those quotation marks. Now, the reason I take them off is because when you're alphabetizing, a computer alphabetizes by symbols, numbers, and then letters. So this one alphabetically comes second, but it wouldn't recognize it sees the quotation marks, and so it would actually put it first, and that would be out of order. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to double click somewhere up here at the top. We need to add our header, a correct header. Okay, so we want it to be right aligned, and we're going to do our last name. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it just auto-corrected my name. I know how to spell my name, people. Write your last name, 3 spaces, and then you're going to put the page number. Now, if you notice, this starts off in Times New Roman 11. Nope, we want it to all be 12-point font. So I've got that set, and I'm ready to go. And now my works cited is 100% beautifully formatted. How cool is that? I like it. So that is the down and dirty. If you are wondering how did she do that? You can rewatch this video, or keep in mind that on the library homepage, I can go right here to Media Center, and this is on your Assembly page. If you look at Miss Husky's handy dandy handouts, the very first section has all the stuff about annotating and highlighting Gale databases. That's what we did. Citing your sources, but the only one that is not a PDF format is the MLA format for GDocs. That's my abbreviation for Google Docs. I guess you can get that. So this document, if you will, is a how-to. It gives you all of those screenshots of everything that I just did, everything that you just watched me do. And then I also show you, remember, that was for a hanging indent, but at the very bottom, I showed you this is a works cited page. So if your works cited page does not resemble this, then it is wrong and you need to fix it. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Okay. Okay, guys, so that was our final lesson on Just Mercy. I think I showed you a lot of stuff, but I hope that you were kind of, I don't know, a little bit impressed or excited on the MyBib website, and especially the extension, because I mean, come on, how cool is that? I mean, you just slides it right there for you. So if you have any questions, you guys know how to contact me. I can do anything I need to help you. I can pull these books. Keep in mind that right now I'm doing um, in the bus loop. That's when, obviously not next week when the buses are actually out there, but I've got set times where I offer curbside pickup. So it's not just for research materials. I also have curbside pickup for pleasure reading. So if you need a book recommendation, I've got a whole bunch of brand new ones, and I am ready to go, guys. So just holler at me if you need any help. Other than that, you know where to find me.